joystick back, sailing through the blue. Gallant sons of the 99th, Roundmen tried and true, we are the heroes of the night. To hell with the Axis might. Fight, 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 fighting 99.
The 350 men gathered here at a Chicago convention are a very special group of Americans. They were all members of a little-known World War II Black American Air Force. Forbidden entry into an all-white Army Air Corps, these men were finally given permission to form their own separate branch of the Air Corps, with all black fighter pilots, bomber pilots, and ground crews. Their exploits, bravery, and patriotism go unsung and ignored in American history books. But every year, they come together to remember how they fought and why.
The reason we were in here was because we thought that we were a part of America. We wanted to do anything and everything that any other American could do. And you'll find in talking to the fellows that lots of those fellows, except for a love for flying, also had a deep down feeling for America and wanted to do their part to keep the country free.
When the guy said, let's go fight, I felt it. I got in line, I walked up, and the guy looked at me. He was a white major, and he said, what the hell are you doing in line? And he kind of stunned me a little bit, but I said, I'm here with the rest of the guys to fight for the country. I'm here to join the Air Corps. And he said, get the hell out of line, huh? Uncle Sam not looking for any night fighters.
But fight they did. The Lonely Eagles of the 99th Squadron, in their red-tailed P-51 Mustangs, destroyed 260 German planes, blew apart countless enemy convoys on the ground, and sank a Nazi destroyer with machine gun fire. 66 pilots never came home. Those who made it through came back with silver stars and Purple Hearts. These were the men the Army didn't want, men who in the early days of the war had to fight for the privilege of serving their country.
And they're two myriad.
Coleman Young, mayor of Detroit and a former member of the Black Air Force, recalls the struggle.
You know, you damn near had to be a super nigger to get into the Air Force. We had not only to take our chances and to learn how to exist and survive in the air, but when we hit the ground, we were in a life and death struggle to preserve our dignity.
The members of the Black Air Corps have served their country well since the war. Many of these men became doctors, lawyers, and professionals. Some remained in the armed forces they helped to integrate. One of them, Chappie James, became the nation's first black four-star general. Reunions are traditionally times for remembering. And though all these guys had it kind of rough, not all the memories are somber ones.
I flew 35 and one-half missions. That one-half was because I got shot down on that last one when I did come back from prisoner of war camp. They have a little code in there at, you take care of everybody else's property. When I got back, this guy was wearing my boots. Another guy had wrecked my motorcycle. So I asked for my boots. He says, man, you got no boots, you're dead.
Alexander Jefferson, former school principal, was also shot down and captured.
The German says, ach so, ja, Leutnant, ja, Neger, ja, Schwarz. And the bare end of a Mauser looked about that big. So he said, okay, yeah, you son of a, yeah, okay. But they treated me with all the honor and respect of an American officer.
We got treated by the Germans better than we got treated by the people at home.
After the war was over, we've actually had some of our youngsters actually ask us and said, Mr. Jefferson, after the war was over, you were called nigger and you were called boy. Why didn't you rise up and why didn't you sit in? But you see, we had a job to do, which was to come home and to raise another generation. And if you will understand something, if you know history, who are the black youngsters who caused the sit-ins in the 60s? They were our children.
As General James said, my country, right or wrong, I will hold her hand and fight for her to the end.
Rat-tat, down you think they go. The withering fire of the 99th sends them down below. For we are heroes of the night. To hell with the Axis fight. Fighting 99.
I have 2 steel hips due to disability incurred in service. But I would fight once more, and again and again.